Alright, impromptu video, don't even have time to set up the good camera or the lighting. Ron DeSantis will launch his 2024 bid on Twitter Spaces with Elon Musk. And motherfuckers will still be like, nah, Elon is definitely a centrist. Look, this is a statement from Elon more than it is anything from Ron DeSantis. If there was any doubt over the man Elon Musk is, there really isn't at this point, obviously. This is like full mask off. I know he's technically, like, I know he has voiced support for DeSantis already, but doing something like this so publicly, so prominently, is definitely meant to be a gigantic statement. And truth be told, it definitely is. He's going, fuck it, I'm saying it, I am right wing all the way, baby. Which is a bummer, because there was a time when, like, I'm on Reddit right now, like, Reddit loved Elon, like adored him, and I don't want to say I was one of those guys. I definitely liked Elon. I was mostly like, Teslas are cool. He seems to talk about the reality of man-made climate change, so that's good. Can't be a conservative if he's doing that. That is also incredibly contradictory to support someone like Ron DeSantis while, like, pretending to give even 1/millionth of a shit about anthropogenic climate change. But no, I was someone who liked him. You know, he was always a billionaire, so I knew there was always something not good about him. But I thought he was one of the good ones. I don't know how else to put it, okay? Frankly. But no, over the last, year and a half that he has gone more and more mask off. Now he's going like, I mean, he's putting the mask back on, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's a bummer that someone with this much pull, with this much power, with this much prominence in the cultural zeitgeist, this much of a large following, that it's a huge bummer. If Elon chose to be a genuine force for social good, I think he could sway a lot of people to reaching better conclusions toward social issues, I would say. Obviously, economic issues, this is where my problems always stemmed from. He's a union buster. He's a gigantic piece of shit in that regard. But I mean, he's proving he's a gigantic piece of shit in every regard. Who remembers the Teddy Fresh Elon Musk fit? This, I'm gonna say, like, oh, you can't see it, can you? Can you see it now? I'm gonna say that, like, obviously he is a piece of shit. He's a gigantic loser, but, like, I don't know. Something about this is kind of whack. I don't know. So Elon sucks. And the fact that he's doing this sucks a whole lot, because it does genuinely give Ron DeSantis a boost that he does desperately need. He lacks any sort of charisma, any sort of likability. Trump sucks because of his, rhetoric, because of his policies, obviously. But he's a charismatic and, like, likable buffoon from a personality perspective. Like, I can see why you would like Trump. Like, if Trump was one of the good guys and wasn't saying horrible things with horrible rhetoric and advocating for horrible policies, he'd be kind of a fun, wacky dude, making fun of people. I don't know. Like, sorry, he's a gigantic piece of shit. But so is Ron DeSantis, minus any sort of charisma. And so hopefully this crashes and burns. But, there are... he's 140 million brain-dead chuds ready to lick the ground at Elon's feet and then wipe it up with their fucking assholes. Ron DeSantis, oh, fuck off. What the fuck is this? Beautiful. Ron DeSantis will launch his presidential bid with Elon Musk. That headline sounds like Elon Musk is his running mate. That would be awesome. The two most, like, unlikable, unfuckable, like, uncharismatic losers on the planet running together would be incredible. But sadly, Elon Musk is not eligible to be president or vice president. This picture is like a Klan rally microcosm. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will announce he is running for president during a discussion with Twitter CEO Elon Musk. Musk and DeSantis will host an event on Twitter Spaces, the site's platform for audio chats, on Wednesday, so tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. It'll be moderated by David Sachs. Oh, God. A tech entrepreneur who is a Musk confidant and DeSantis supporter. The relationship could be a significant boost for DeSantis by giving him an introduction to and credibility with Musk's massive following, including his 140 million Twitter followers. Yeah, like DeSantis needs this. I mean, there has to be some sort of quid pro quo, right? Like, obviously, Musk has said he supports DeSantis. I don't know, I don't care. But there has to be something here, like a cabinet position, which I think Elon was on Trump's cabinet, and like all the libs like loved him for like leaving. I remember we because I was one of those people. We were like, oh, he's going to be the voice of reason in Donald Trump's cabinet. I don't know if he had an actual cabinet position, but he was like an advisor, right? But he's going to be a voice of reason in the Trump administration. And when he left, we were like, oh, he tried. He tried with Trump and just couldn't get through to him because Trump is such a gigantic piece of shit. Turns out this guy's somehow even more of a bigger piece of shit. But it could prove a burden should DeSantis become distracted by the tycoon's many controversial comments. What? Dude, they're one and the same at this point. Both of their fans want them to say the same shit. I have no idea what this part of the article is talking about. The launch will closely tie together the billionaire tech mogul with one of the Republican Party's rising stars. Musk has been an admirer of DeSantis, who also regularly chides corporate media. Like, you're talking about the richest man on the planet, or like the second richest man on the planet. You don't think he has like messed up incentives when it comes to the things he says, the things he promotes, the ideas he propagates? Like, this is part of the disconnect that people have, thinking like, oh, the corporate media is this like horrific problem. It is. Don't get me wrong. It is. But there's like so many other factors to consider in terms of like people's motivations, in terms of the things they say. And Elon is, I want to call it a microcosm, but he's sort of like the biggest example of that right now. Last year, Musk said he would support the governor if he were to run for president. This appears to be a follow-up on that. The statement will coincide with a retreat for high-end fundraisers pledged to DeSantis in Miami. Bundlers will gather at the Four Seasons Total Landscaping Hotel from May 24th to 26th. Musk confirmed his participation in DeSantis' announcement, but he said he was not going to be formally endorsing DeSantis at this time. Okay, we'll see how much, like, dick riding we get in tomorrow's announcement. I think it's quite groundbreaking that there be a major announcement of this type on social media. Yeah, okay. I said there's probably some sort of quid pro quo. Maybe from Elon's perspective, this is his quid pro quo. Like, arguably the Republican front runner, but like the second biggest prominent Republican announcing on your platform. Maybe that's enough for Elon because he's desperate to turn this Twitter purchase into something positive for him. The product sucks a trillion times more in the last like 2 weeks since he made like Twitter Blue go to the top of every post, because now every single post, no matter who it's from, the first tweets you're going to see are from fucking chuds, because they're the only ones who are going to pay this fucking dumbass for Twitter Blue. I get it. Some people do it because they actually use Twitter for business. And, you know, they need the, like, you know, boost. They need the extra, you know, time to put videos into Twitter. I get it. Sorry if you think I'm making fun of you. I get it if you need to use Twitter for work. I use it for work. I don't need Twitter Blue, but if I needed it, I'd pay for it. I'm talking about the, like, 99.999% of other Twitter Blue, you know, payers or buyers who are just Elon Musk dick riders. He said, adding that he was not going to endorse any particular candidate for president quite yet. What if he endorses Joe Brandon? Just, Elon, if you're watching this, for the love of God, if you're watching this, if you really want to go full Joker mode, if you really want to go watch the world burn, endorse Joe Biden. Like, not because I like Joe Biden, but if that's your goal, endorse Joe Biden. That is my gift to you, Elon. That is my present to Elon Musk. If you want to fuck around, endorse Joe Biden. See what happens. I want to see what happens. I want to see what his legion of brain dead followers do if he were to endorse Joe Brandon. Yet Musk is nothing if not unpredictable. Endorse Joe Biden. Elon, do it. Musk has carved out an intense following after he purchased Twitter with the promise to return to free speech. We've seen how that's gone. It's gone significantly more the other way in terms of like not being a place for free speech. After years of complaints from the right that the site had tried to censor conservatives when like literally all evidence suggests it was literally the opposite of this. We're watching Twitter become an increasingly friendly space for conservative firebrands under Musk's leadership. Oh yeah, it's pretty much just like Truth Social or Rumble or any of these other fucking Nazi infested cesspools. Only, unfortunately, normal people still need to use it for, like, work. Like, Trump is currently polling as the front runner. But I think, it's impossible to say right now who's going to be the front runner next year. I remember for, like, most of the early primary season for the Democrats in 2020 or, like, 2019... my man Bernie Sanders was like polling the highest. I remember 538 gave him for a little while, if I'm not mistaken, like a 2/3 chance to win the Democratic nomination. Like he was set to be the Democratic nominee, but we all know how that went. So it's impossible to say whether Trump's current successes are going to translate into, later primary wins. But we'll see. But what I was going to say was, I think returning to Twitter would help Trump. Like this Truth Social thing, like this was supposed to like be, hey, leave Twitter because that's where all the libs are. Come to Truth Social, that's where I am. But it didn't pan out, not by a long shot. So I think I'm going to make a prediction right now that if Trump in any way, as the primary season starts kicking off, begins to lose his position as the front runner, he will return to Twitter. Mark my words, especially now that it is a right-wing safe haven. Wow, I legitimately did not think that the DeSantis presidential bid could get any sadder. I was wrong. Yeah, like I said, like you're the lamest person ever. You are the lamest person who has ever lived, Ron DeSantis. You're going to maybe the one person lamer than you. It's sad. It's pathetic. But ultimately, probably the right move for his campaign. What with this Twitter plan, all the cool Republican kids are sure to love him. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like all the edgy, like Gen Z conservatives, which like makes me want to fucking vomit just saying. Yeah, they're gonna jump to. There's a good chance a lot of them might jump to DeSantis because of this. I don't know. I say that, but like Trump is way cooler. Trump is cool, man. I'm just gonna fucking say it. Fuck it. I'm saying it. Trump is cool. Kids like Trump. It's cool to like Trump. It's edgy to like Trump. Liking Trump is the closest conservatives will ever get to any sort of countercultural movement, just because he is so different than anything else going on in politics right now. I don't really get it. He's all about electric vehicles and green energy, yet Musk decides to back right-wingers. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't get it. Elon pre-Epstein pal is not the same Elon from today who seems to have a complete 180 in behavior. Why is he supporting the side that hates Tesla, gigafactories, solar and wind power, and promotes rolling coal behaviors out of his constituents? Because he is a billionaire. Any of his companies is about profit, and any good he has done is accidental. Sure, that's probably where we're at now. He just made investments on these things, probably pretended to care about them at all, and really was just making investments, shrewd investments, on something he thought would blow up, and obviously it did. It made him a very wealthy man. But the idea that he actually cared about any of this stuff, that veil has lifted, within the last few months for sure. All right, I've made the terrible decision to go to the Elon Musk subreddit, which I just realized has 1.5 million subscribers. I don't know if you use Reddit, viewer, but that is a metric fuck ton, dude. Holy shit. And the other thing I'm noticing is that, holy shit, this is clearly from the era where Reddit loved him, because this subreddit is deader than Elon Musk's fucking marriage. 1.5 million subscribers, only like one post every like 2 days. Like, that's, people have, at least Reddit users have jumped ship from Elon. And I can say this, like, you know, browsing Reddit, like everyone on Reddit fucking hates him, because Reddit has, you know, a center left slant, like a liberal slant, generally relatively progressive, which is why I like Reddit and why I genuinely endorse Reddit. I've said this before, but Reddit was something, I'm going off tangent here, but Reddit was something that moved me from being more conservative leaning. Probably the biggest thing in terms of when I was, you know, in my late teens, finding Reddit definitely helped, I don't know, de-radicalize me from being an edgy conservative. I always wanted a Tesla, but Elon getting into bed with a piece of shit like DeSantis means I will never buy a Tesla. If you want to further the progress of EVs and self-driving, then you should get a Tesla or get any of the other available EVs. I would argue it won't have the same impact as Tesla. What the fuck, dude? The smartest Elon Musk fan right here, dude. Holy shit. Politically neutral quote, yeah. I don't think Elon has ever said he's politically neutral. He has literally said this recently. Yeah, in 2014, I remember this. He said he's socially liberal and fiscally conservative. That's why I never fully liked Elon, was the fiscally conservative thing. But yeah, that socially liberal side of him, whether it was real, it probably wasn't, is gone now. This was probably aesthetics, because getting the libs to like you, I don't know, is good, I guess. But no, that's all gone now. He said, fuck that. The least he could do is get Republicans on board for renewable energy. Dude, my brother and Elon does not give a fuck about renewable energy. We just don't want to wreck the economy in doing so. Fuck off, dude. Yeah, so basically, we'd rather do nothing because it costs money. Exactly. Like, yes, climate change, solving climate change at this point is going to be expensive. It's just what it is. It's either going to be expensive or we're all gonna fucking die. And every minute we don't do something, it's getting more expensive. Can you be centrist if you only host Republicans? Because for a supposed centrist, Elon does a lot of simping for Republicans, some of them pretty extreme, like libs of TikTok. And yet he somehow hasn't found a single centrist Democrats he likes. It's like, yeah, dude, the Democrats are the centrist party. They just are. And the fact that you're literally spending all your time, you know, simping, as he said, for right-wingers shows that you don't give a fuck about being a centrist. I'm basically a moderate. Who in their right mind would actually vote for Elon and DeSantis? This is doomed from the start. I'd laugh if American politics weren't so horrifying. Oh no. He fell for what I said at the top. He thinks that they're running together. Sorry, brother. They're not. I'm disappointed too.